And WION, in fact, has been tracking every little detail concerning the Red Fort blast that shook the national capital last evening. For all the latest inputs, we are being joined by our correspondent, Dharamjot Kaur, who's joining us from the national capital. We also have Idris Lone, who's joining us live from Pulwama, and Tisha Shah, she's joining us live from Mumbai. We will come back to all our reporters in just a bit. And let's first go across to Idris. Idris, the latest that is just coming in is that the security agencies were on high alert. They were on alert as it was expected that the Jaish group could carry out an attack following Operation Sindoor.
Well, absolutely. Yes, Jammu and Kashmir police especially had been on high alert from the last 2 weeks since they started investigating the case. And we've seen in the last at least 5 days, there have been over 1,000 raids that have been carried by Jammu and Kashmir police in various districts of the Kashmir division. If we talk about today especially, there are around half a dozen people that have been picked up from South Kashmir's Pulwama district, where we are standing right now. We're standing at one of the houses of Dr. Muzammil, who's been arrested by Jammu and Kashmir police after Dr. Adil Rathar. Let me tell you that after the Red Fort attack, we saw the picture of Dr. Umar, who is also from the same area, just 1 kilometer away from where we are standing right now. And his picture had the CCTV grab that was sent across was collated with the picture of Dr. Umar, who's been absconding. Basically, Jammu and Kashmir police had arrested Dr. Adil Rathar, they had arrested Dr. Muzammil, but Dr. Umar is the one who had been absconding from the last many days, and they were on a lookout for him. And yesterday, after the attack, when the picture of the driver of the I-20 car came out, they tried to correlate the picture with Dr. Umar. And that is the investigation that is going on since morning. We've seen Dr. Umar's family has been picked up by Jammu and Kashmir police. 2 of his brothers, along with his mother, has also been picked up for the DNA testing. They want to match the DNA of the person who was in the I-20 car when the blast happened. On the other hand, they've also picked up 2 people from Sambura area of Pulwama who could be the buyers of the car. There is no clarity whether they bought the car, whether their SIM card was used, but at the moment they have been picked up by Jammu and Kashmir police for investigation as well. So the Kashmir link to this whole attack, as well as to the network of the doctors who were working in Faridabad and Saharanpur, the Jammu and Kashmir police is trying to correlate and see the relation between the two. We've seen how after the arrest of Dr. Adil Rathar, they went to Dr. Muzammil, and after that around 2,900 kgs of explosives was recovered from different places. And now since yesterday, we've seen after the attack, Dr. Umar's picture is what is said to be the main person behind the attack in outside the Red Fort, and now that is being investigated by Jammu and Kashmir police.
Yes, Idris rightly put that there is a larger terror nexus being probed at this stage. But stay with us. Let's once again run our viewers through the breaking inputs that are just trickling in. This is a source-based information according to top intel inputs. It's a Faridabad-based sleeper module activated by Jaish after Operation Sindoor that has been busted. Security agencies had been on high alert. They were anticipating a revenge attack by Jaish following the elimination of Masood Azhar's family members during the airstrikes on the outfit's Bahawalpur headquarters. So sources telling us that this is a Faridabad-based sleeper module activated by the JEM terror module. That's a group that's now been busted. Security agencies were on alert as they were anticipating an attack by Jaish after India's Operation Sindoor. The module's core comprised a highly radicalized trio of doctors supported by several overground workers. These are the OGWs who helped procure not just the supplies but even logistical support. The terror group aimed to target the heart of India through serial bomb blasts. Let's go across again to Idris, who continues to be with us. Idris, details coming in regarding the sleeper cell linked to the Jaish group. Talk to us about this larger terror conspiracy which has been busted by the Delhi police and agencies.
Well, absolutely. If we go from the start, the arrest of Dr. Adil Rathur, which was the first person who was arrested in this whole network, was basically arrested because there was a gang which was putting up posters of Jaish-e-Mohammed in Srinagar city. And after the CCTV was procured by the security agencies, they saw that there were around 5 people who were involved in it, who later on they were detained by Jammu and Kashmir police, and after the arrest, the investigation led to Dr. Adil Rathur. After Dr. Adil Rathur was taken into custody, he gave more information about 2 more doctors, actually 3 more doctors along with him. 2 of them were from Kashmir, Dr. Muzammil and Dr. Umar, while there is a lady doctor from Uttar Pradesh who is involved involved as well. She has also been arrested by Jammu and Kashmir police. While Dr. Adil Rathur also gave the name of Dr.
Yes, I will come back to you again, but let's go across to my colleague Dharamjot, who's reporting from the national capital. Dharamjot, this is a multi-pronged approach, of course. Talk to us about the UP anti-terror squad that's jumped into action. 7 people have been detained in connection with the blast.
Well, that's right, Samiksha. In fact, when I was here last evening, just moments after the explosion took place, there were officials from the Uttar Pradesh anti-terrorism squad who had arrived at this location around the same time that NIA officials had also arrived here along with NSG commandos. So that is when a lot of interstate coordination was taking place here last week. Clearly, it appears to be a larger coordination between several agencies and several police departments, several investigating departments as well, not just in the Delhi NCR area, but also in Uttar Pradesh. Clearly in Jammu and Kashmir as well, where connections are being drawn back to the doctors who are suspected for their involvement in this. But having said that, the ATS has detained 7 individuals so far. And they have been detained from the areas of Saharanpur, Shamli, Muzaffarnagar and Lucknow. And they are being questioned in connection with this explosion as more and more dots are being connected in this entire case, Samiksha. We just heard from Idris at length with respect to how there is an entire sleeper cell that was activated and that had been busted by officials. But there appears to be one doctor now who is absconding, Dr. Umar, who we don't know what his status is currently. It is being said, and it is, sources are saying that he may have been the suspected driver of the I-20, which exploded here last evening. But again, official confirmation on that is awaited, whether his DNA and his facial recognition are a complete match. So having said that, there is a lot of activity, Samiksha, that's going on, not just here at the heart of Delhi, but also in the neighboring areas of NCR, in Uttar Pradesh as well, and of course, as Idris pointed out, in Jammu and Kashmir.
Yes, Dharamjot, stay with us. That's precisely what I was coming to about the DNA sampling part. Talk to us about how crucial the DNA sampling is going to be at this stage of his family members. And also, if you can once again talk to us about the clincher CCTV that we've accessed, which shows Dr. Umar probably in that CCTV that we've accessed at the Red Fort area.
Well, that's what the speculation is. We'd like to clarify for the viewers that there is no confirmation from police or investigating agencies that for sure is Dr. Umar. It's just how the dots are being connected and how more and more details are being uncovered about this entire nexus, that these details are now pointing in that direction, that the person present inside the I-20 car could possibly have been Dr. Umar, which has been absconding for so many days. Like I mentioned in the morning as well, CCTV footage is being used extensively. It's being combed through very, very minutely to try and track several things. The biggest factor being the trail of the car that exploded here last evening, the Hyundai I-20 in question. Now, police have been combing through footage, traffic cam footage, CCTV footage, and also detaining people to try and question them about not just the change of ownership of the car, which we're seeing it's a huge trail going from Ambala to Okhla, coming from Kashmir and then here in Delhi. And so police is trying to understand several factors at once, Samiksha. One is about the change in ownership of the car, The second is about where else the car travelled before being parked here at the Red Fort public parking space for more than 3 hours before it appeared a few meters behind me and then exploded at 6:52 p.m. last evening. So all those details are being ascertained by using various methodologies, Samiksha. CCTV footage is one, more than 100 clips under probe. Then there is forensic analysis to determine whether the suspects that have been taken into custody and also the one who is absconding, if there is any DNA match from ground zero and if there is any confirmation about Dr. Omar's latest, the latest status in terms of where he is or what his condition is. So that's where things stand at the moment, Samiksha.
Yes, Dharamjot, stay with us. Thank you for putting it all in context. Going across to Disha as well. Disha, if you can talk to us about the security checks in place in Mumbai.
Well, absolutely. Right after the incident at the Red Fort area in New Delhi last evening, the precautionary alert was sounded for Mumbai as well as for the rest of the state here in Maharashtra, and also the districts and metro cities like Pune as well. And the first, of course, target for the Mumbai police was to secure and put an alert to the railway stations in Mumbai, because in the past we have seen that in the city of Mumbai, the blast also have happened in railway stations, killing hundreds of people, and that is why they wanted to secure that at the first. And the surveillance and the security was totally beefed up by the Mumbai police across the city. Here we are also, we can see that this is also one of the very heavily crowded area at Bandra railway station, and right outside that one police van is stationed. We can see the RPF officials also here at the spot. They are doing round the clock surveillance. They are also checking for any suspicious activities right at the passengers who are coming in and out of the trains. Apart from that, we are also looking at that all the entry and the exit routes here in the city of Mumbai are also being checked by the Mumbai police. There are police officers on the ground level. They are checking for any suspicious element. They are also trying to check all the two-wheeler passengers and even the four-wheeler passengers. And they are also trying to see that everyone is safe and secured after the incident that took place last night. And this is a precautionary alert that has been sounded from Maharashtra.
Yes, Disha, thank you for getting us all those details. Appreciate you joining us on the broadcast, and of course Idris and Dharamjot for tracking all those developments.